So we see that sometimes managers who are amazing and have great expertise are simply conflating the generations and thinking that Gen Z are millennials. And you just said it wonderfully that millennials, so many of them, those who are older, are hitting middle age. So that is not the same. Those who are now in their 40s are not going to be the same as our Gen Zers, which is, defined as those born between 1995 and roughly 2012. So we're talking about those who are about 27 or 8 at the top of it, and those who are really young and still teenagers. And that's a big difference than being someone who's in their early 40s and already has some experience. And particularly very different for those who are entering the workforce now during COVID. So we see that as a major issue, that we don't conflate the generations. And we also see it as a major issue to think about what professional development has looked like, and even professional experience before professional development, that you've got a generation, the first in 5 generations, 5 decades, that comes to the workforce with little to no work experience is a big part of the problem.
Yeah, when you say little to no work experience, explain that phenomena for us.
Sure. We think about, for many of us, we have children, nieces, nephews, friends who have children who are in that, as I said, Gen Z, roughly born between 1995 and 2012. And we've seen that their lives are far more highly choreographed than our millennials or our lives. When we entered the workforce, many of us had worked at our local bodega, corner store. We had a paper route. We may have worked at the local retail store. But for many Gen Zers, they are actually not getting much in the way of work experience because they've been told that they've got to stay so busy. So they've been really trying to get the tests right. They've been trying to learn to get the SATs right. Now, certainly, as we know, COVID has now taken that off the board a bit, that not every school is asking for the ACTs and the SATs, but still, we've had a generation that really had that mindset. Their parents had that mindset. They were really overbooked with a lot of activities, sports and the arts, things that make them amazing, talented people. But again, just not a lot of time to interface and do a regular job and work with people of different ages and learn about customer experience and learn about professionalism. And you add on the beauty of technology, which many of them are just native to. They are the most technologically advanced generation. But what that means is life doesn't exist in 140 characters. And you have many of them who actually have, again, not had to apply for a job, to actually think about how they present themselves or shake hands. And so it can be a bit difficult.